Friends, let's start the fascinating history of the fabric that became a symbol of India's freedom struggle. Few countries have used fabric as a tool to achieve freedom, and that's the reason why nearly 7 decades after India gained its hard-won independence, Khadi continues to inspire and amaze people around the globe. A fabric that embodies a world view of the past as well as of the future, Khadi is a symbol of Indian textile heritage. The word itself is derived from Khadar, a term for hand-spun fabric in India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, while Khadi is usually manufactured from cotton. Contrary to popular belief, it is also made from silk and woolen yarn. History yields some very interesting facts about Khadi. Hand spinning and hand weaving have been known to Indians for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence such as terracotta spindles, bone tools, and figurines wearing woven fabrics indicate that Indus Valley civilization had a well-developed and flourishing tradition of textiles. In fact, the famous stone sculpture found in Mohenjo-daro wears an elegant robe with decorative motifs and patterns that are still in use in modern Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Sindh. However, there is a little information available about the actual mode of cultivation or method of spinning used by the Harappans. When Alexander the Great invaded India, his soldiers took to wearing cotton clothes that were far more comfortable in the heat than the traditional woolens. Alexander's admiral recorded that the cloth worn by Indians is made by cotton grown on trees, while another Greek historian, Strabo, described the vividness of Indian fabrics. Interestingly, a few 5th century paintings in the Ajanta caves in Maharashtra depict the process of separating cotton fibers from the seeds, as well as women spinning cotton yarn. The trade routes established by Alexander and his successors introduced cotton to remote parts of Asia and eventually to Europe. By medieval era, hand-woven Indian muslin was in great demand across the world for its fine translucent quality. Later, the advent of Portuguese in Calicut introduced the linen-like calico fabric, which is named after Calicut, and chintz to Europe. Initially, this was used as bed covers and draperies. These hand-woven fabrics soon became popular with common people due to their comfort, durability, and low cost. By late 17th century, India's hand-woven muslin, calico, and chintz held sway across the markets in Europe. Worried about the threat to their local mills, France and England enacted laws to ban the import of calico in 1686 and 1720 respectively. Next, they flooded Indian markets with low-cost fabrics that was manufactured in European mills. This, along with the introduction of textile mills in Bombay, resulted in a sharp dip in the production of hand-woven khadi in India. Millions of weavers across India lost their livelihood as machine-made textiles from Manchester took over the market. The decline continued till it was single-handedly halted by a diminutive, bespectacled man who wanted to make the charaka the basis of India's economic regeneration. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi came into this. Gandhi didn't just revive India's flagging khadi industry. He made the humble hand-spun fabric the symbol of all things Swadeshi. When he encouraged people across India to boycott British-made clothes, spin their own yarn, and wear khadi, he was encouraging them to rediscover their pride in their heritage while lending their support to their rural breath. This understated masterstroke took the freedom movement beyond the rarefield circles of this educated social elite and out to the masses. This was also Gandhi's way of highlighting Britain's exploitative policies and making a huge symbolic dent on the British colonial rule in India. If we have the Khadi spirit in us, we would surround ourselves with simplicity in every walk of life. The Khadi spirit means infinite patience. For those who know anything about the production of Khadi, know how patiently the spinners and the weavers have to toil all their trade, and even so must we have patience while we are spinning the thread of Swaraj. This is what Gandhi says in his famous quote. After independence, the Indian government established the All India Khadi and Village Industries Board, which later became the Khadi Village and Industries Commission. In short, it is KVIC in 1957. Ever since, KVIC has been planning and executing the development of Khadi industry in India. It works towards promoting research in production techniques, supplying raw materials and tools to producers, quality control, and marketing of Khadi products. As India stepped into the 21st century, a new breed of Indian designers began experimenting with this versatile fabric, ensuring that Khadi remained in vogue. While the eco-friendly fabric was already known for its rugged texture, comfortable feel, and ability to keep people warm in winter as well as cool in summer, its new age reinterpretation as a modern yet quintessentially Indian textile has made it very appealing to the millennial generation. From dresses and jackets to bridal lehengas and deconstructed local silhouettes, several leading designers have taken on the fashion challenge to reinvent the humble fabric into high fashion wear. Also, Khadi is the most natural, organic fabric. Ideal for Indian weather conditions, it keeps the wearer cool in summers and warm in winters. A part of the warmth and weft of India, Khadi continues to be special in many ways. As the world moves towards industrial fashion, this fabric of freedom continues to spin incomes for the rural poor while reminding the country of its legacy of sustainable living and self-reliance. By quoting these two lines, I would like to conclude my speech and my presentation. Khadi has always been associated with the old, but I wanted to change this mindset. I wanted to promote Khadi for power dressing. If styled well, Khadi, be it cotton or silk, could work for any occasion in a great way. From Gandhi to Modi, Khadi is not referred as a cloth, but a movement which should be taken forward as a campaign to uplift the life of rural India and therefore encourage weaving and the weavers together. Jai Hind!